Okay, so I'm 81 years old. The best of response I should have started with the fact I'll be 82 in a couple of months. But, I actually don't have socks on than most of you would hear. But I found that, even at my age, rolling out of bed in the morning, no problem. The hard part is getting up off the floor. So I started going back to LA Fitness. I saw a woman, easily in her 50s, she's humping up and down on a mat in front of her trainer. And it reminded me of those exercises women do to strengthen their vaginas. What's that called? Cable? Well, all I can tell you is that any woman who answers that the guy was with is going to have a good time tonight. For the men who answered it, you're just praying. For women who don't know what I'm talking about, you just figured this is it, take it or leave it. Now, I know you're not supposed to use the V word anymore, by the way. I think the proper term today is pussy. All those things that promised us as we were getting older, oh, the golden years. Let me tell you right now, they were lying. I mean, let me give you an example. My wife went through a physical. The doctor said to her, you're in your 60s, you have some medical conditions. You still have intercourse? She said, wait a minute, I'll be right back. She ran to the waiting room door, she yelled out, Arnie, do we still have intercourse? Everybody's staring at me. He said, how many times do I have to tell you? We have Blue Cross. A friend of mine was telling me that in the morning of their 50th wedding anniversary, they were having breakfast, and his wife said to him, gee, 50 years ago, we were eating breakfast on our honeymoon. He said, yeah, but the difference was we were sitting there naked. So with a smile on her face, she said to him, well, let's do that again. So they took off their PJs and continued to eat, and she looked at him and she said, even after all these years, honey, this still makes my nipples hot. And I said, I don't doubt that. One of them is in your oatmeal. And the other one's in your coffee. For our 50th anniversary, I took my wife out for a nice dinner. And somebody told me years ago, if you want to get a reservation at a popular restaurant, tell me you're a doctor. I've been doing that for years, and it really does work. Except one night, a man started choking in order to keep our reservation. I had to perform a tracheotomy. Actually, we were in a restaurant one night. The man started choking. And before anybody could do anything, these two rednecks jumped up, ran in front of him. One pulled down his overalls, the other one started licking his ass. Just threw everything up. And as I was sitting down, I heard one of the rednecks say to the other, good thing we learned that Heimlich maneuver. I was reading the problems that states are having now with the OBGT laws and who can use what bathrooms. And I realized that's going to give rise to a whole new job title. Restroom pecker checkers. And then I said, if that's true, we should update that old tongue twister to Peter Piper checked a bunch of different peckers, a bunch of different peckers did Peter Piper check. Peter Piper checked a bunch of different peckers, how many different peckers did Peter Piper check? reminds me, by the way, it's been 40 years since Bruce Jenner won the Olympic gold. So to commemorate that, Wheaties is putting his face back on the new cereal, and now advertises as now without nuts. I was reading an article, 50 great ways to extend your life. Number 4 was have frequent sex. Number 5 was get married. Now to me that's a contradiction of terms. But getting back to my wife, actually my wife is quite a few years younger than me. She was so young when we got married, instead of taking her on a honeymoon, I sent her to sleepaway camp. But one thing I loved about her, she was naive when I met her, and throughout her entire marriage, she continued to be naive. My wife, to her, a three-way was her, me, and Bloomingdale's. But getting back to the age situation, just because you get old doesn't mean that you can't follow directions. I bought a stick deodorant for the first time the other day, followed the directions to a T. It said, take off cap, shove up bottom. So now it hurts like hell when I walk. But the room smells great when I fart. I actually screwed up the other day. I mixed up my preparation H of my polygrip. So now I look like an asshole. But my gums don't itch. Another problem with getting old, pissing. You young guys out there, you can write your names in this stuff. I'm lucky if I can dribble out a period. It really does become difficult. Notice I didn't say harder, because that ship sailed a long time ago. So I went to the doctor, and he has this pissy new receptionist. She said, can I help you? I said, yeah, I can't piss. She said, sir, that's not a nice thing to say in a room full of patients. I said, well, what else am I supposed to say? She said, tell me there's something wrong with you, your ear. I said, the ear? She said, yes, okay. Then I'm going to take notes, and then when you see a doctor, you can explain everything. I said, okay, can I start again? She said, absolutely. I said, there's something wrong with my ear. Now she's nodding, smiling. She said, what's wrong with your ear? I said, I can't piss out of it. So in closing, let me just say, live, love, and laugh, because you never know when this crazy ride is going to be over.